Hello, and welcome to another episode of Josh's Journeys. And today I'll be speaking to you about emotional control. Emotional control is an important element in changing our aspects and how we relate to others. What I mean by that is we have to be able to be in tune with our emotions and willing to express those emotions when we're not feeling fully of ourselves. We have to be able to communicate that out. If we internalize our emotions, it becomes bottled up, and then we end up blowing up on situations that could have been resolved if we would have spoken out about what was affecting us. I know it's hard in our families at times to take that time to get to understand that person, but like for me, it has always been a difficult challenge because I didn't understand how my emotions were affected, and I suppressed so many things uh, just not to deal with them. But not dealing with them causes these issues, and really, when you don't know exactly how to ask for help or how to explain exactly what you're going through, because what you're going through is very real to you. I mean, I live on the ASD spectrum, and it's still the challenge for me because I have conceptions in my brain that play tricks on me. And I don't do things intentionally to cause issue for people, but because of how my mind works, um, it tends for people to misunderstand what's going on. And I have a lot of anxiety at times because of it. Um, but I've learned how to relegate my emotions. I've been able to share in those experiences. And I guess, in essence, you don't want people to see the rawness of who you are. But I had to be willing to understand that it's okay. I have that rawness that I need to share. I mean, I have a message and I need to connect that with people. Um, it's a deeper level of understanding of yourself. Um, Being able to relegate emotions takes a lot of discipline. It takes doing things to help yourself process. I know for me, it's a matter of exercise. Um, I've really gotten into the structured routine of putting out a workout. And the good thing about a workout is it helps me process what I'm going to say after I've gone through my emotions internally and take that internalization and turn it into a positive nature and positive force. Um, you want to be able to relay what's really going on in your mind. And that's not always an easy thing for most people. But I think if you show exactly that, look, this is important, we need to speak about this because it's really affecting me. And I guess in our families, we need to actually look at, well, this person may be repeating an action, they may be saying something over again, but that doesn't solve the situation when you say that it's a broken record or it's a conception that people just don't understand how your mind works. And so you get frustrated with people, not intentionally, but because they're frustrated with you, it just becomes this process to where, well, I'm not going to share anything about myself because if I share anything about myself, it's just going to be a complaint about me. And that's not what I want. That's never what I wanted. You need people to support you for who you are. And it can be difficult to tell people in your own lives that, hey, I'm not perfect and I don't want you to treat me the way that you treat me. Because you just don't understand what it's doing to me as a person. A lot of situations could have been resolved if there was more of that understanding and patience. instead of putting the blame on that person for the actions that they take. Because I've never done anything that I wanted to do intentionally. That was never my action. That was never my thought process. Um, it's just, it was hard for me to navigate knowing that my diagnosis, that I was, well, before I didn't have the proper diagnosis for many years. So it created a lot of um, unfortunate situations that I was not proud of. And because of those internalizations, I was self destructive. Um, and I didn't see exactly the cause and reactions of my actions. So I just went with my emotions, and I can't do that. That that's detrimental to your makeup, and you need to be able to be willing to let people know, hey, I need you to be patient with me. I need you to be understanding of me. And that's difficult for so many families because they want to swoop in and help you. That's not a solution either. Because you have to learn and fall through these experiences, because I've fallen, picked myself up, and now it's just I can feel exactly that level of stability for a long time, but it was only because I had people that got to know me for who I was. And who I was becoming was so much more different than I even expected of myself. But it was a willingness to change exactly who I was. Um, but I need to be able to communicate that out. And I had to be willing to let my rawness and who I am come out, because no one likes to actually show their vulnerability. But vulnerability is what makes us define better opportunities for ourselves. I mean, if we can actually communicate out the things that are affecting us and do it in a way to where we're not going to be reminded of you're repeating yourself, because that's not fair. That's not fair to us, especially when we face what we face. Um, and it's just being able to see that in people, because people collectively just want people to understand them. They want them to reason with them. And I don't think anybody intentionally causes these issues uh, for just doing it. No, there's. I believe that there's a cause and reaction for everything in life, um, and our interactions are played by how people perceive what we're saying, um, and in general, it can be off point of what we're actually thinking. Um, so that's what I've learned. I've learned to actually relegate my emotions and share in my painful experiences, and also teach people about what I was going through, because I'm no longer doing things alone. But that's the thing that we have to do. We have to be the part that we're not hard on ourselves or fearful of stating things about ourselves. Um, that's how I've learned how to control my emotions, because I share and express my emotions in a way that I was not capable of for so long. But I feel like having the stability and structure that I've had for a long time, and the willingness of people to listen to me, has changed exactly how I see the world. So it's just a matter of having a more caring, productive world, and I see it. I see that we collectively can work together and strive for betterness of ourselves, but we have to be able to open up about ourselves. Um, Thank you for watching, and leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.